What's up YouTube? Today we're going to talk about calories in versus calories out, how to build muscle, how to lose and gain weight. So let's get right to it. I just want to say that I am not a dietitian, I am not your doctor, so don't take this as nutritional advice. I'm just letting you guys know what's been working for me and what I've known to be true. So take this as you will. In order to lose weight, gain muscle, or maybe just gain weight in general, you will need to be eating a certain amount of calories. Now, how many calories? So every person is different. Some people may need to eat like 3,000, others need to just eat 2,000 calories to gain weight. But I'm going to show you guys on my phone. I'm going to screen record this and be on the screen right now. So what we're going to find right now is your maintenance calories. It's going to be a rough estimate, but it's going to help you in the long run. What you're going to want to do is go to Google, whatever search engine you use, type in calorie calculator right here. And you're going to press on the first link. Right here, all it's going to ask for your age, your gender, your height, weight, and your basic activity level. So let's go ahead and fill it out. For this example, I'm going to use myself. So age, I'm 20, I'm a guy, I am 6'1", and this morning I weighed up 165. So activity level, it's important to not lie on these, or else the numbers they give you will be off, and they're already not that accurate. So don't lie, guys. But I go to the gym 6 times a week, and it's heavy weightlifting. So I'm gonna say intense exercise 6 to 7 times a week, and then you just press calculate. So it'll give you all these numbers. You're like, okay, what do I do? And then you'll see maintain weight up here. So this number for me, 3,100 calories, which is actually, again, this is a rough estimate, so it's not going to be completely accurate. It's just so you can get an idea of where your calories should be in a daily basis. Maintain weight. So if you were to do the same amount of exercise every day and eat these calories, you will not gain or lose any weight. This is what this amount of calories is about. So again, this is a rough estimate. For me, it's more like 3,200 calories, a maintenance, or like 3,300 calories. But this is important because it gives you somewhere to start. So now that you have your rough estimate of your maintenance calories, what I want you to do is eat this for about like 3 weeks, see how your body responds. And depending on this, you'll either have to increase or decrease calories to find your actual maintenance calories. So now that you've done this and you found your maintenance calories, next thing you gotta do is, okay, so what you gotta ask yourself, what do I want to do in the long run? I want to lose weight, I want to just gain weight maybe, or gain muscle mass. Start off simple with the lose and gain weight. So for this loss, if you want to lose fat, lose weight, you're gonna want to eat below your maintenance calories. So for example, my maintenance calories are 3,200. If I want to lose weight, I would simply cut out, don't go to the extremes and start cutting out 800, 1,000 calories or 500 calories at the start, because then you'll just shock your metabolism, and then you'll just stop losing weight after a while, which is horrible, it's not good. So what I recommend is cutting back maybe 200 calories at first. Since my maintenance is 3,200, I'll start eating 3,000 calories a day. See how my body responds, see how much weight I lose in maybe a week or two. And then if you want to get even more leaner, or if you want to lose some more weight, drop down another 100 to 200 calories and see how your body responds to that. Same thing for gaining weight. If my maintenance is 3,200, like I said, and I want to gain some weight, I'll just simply add 200 calories to my maintenance weight, which will bring me to 3,400 calories a day. Okay, so another thing to keep in mind, now that you have your maintenance calories and you know where to go from there, you're probably like, how much of carbs should I eat? How much fat should I eat? How much protein should I eat, right? So what I really like to get people to focus on is your total calories and your protein. So if you're trying to lose weight, make sure you're in a deficit and you keep your protein high. Because what you want to do, you probably want to lose fat, not muscle. So if you keep your protein high and you hit your calorie intake every single day, you won't lose muscle and you'll lose fat. It doesn't matter how many carbs you're eating or fat necessarily, unless your body doesn't really digest certain carbs easier than fats, something like that. But what you really want to focus on is your protein and your total calories. Same thing goes when you're trying to gain weight. Make sure you're eating enough calories so your body actually gains weight. And Protein, you can keep it on the lower end, while 1 gram per pound of body fat, body weight. But make sure you're hitting the calories. Calories is the most important thing. If you're not eating enough calories, you won't grow, even if you're eating enough protein. So keep that in mind. Next thing is building muscle. Building muscle is a bit more complex than just losing and gaining weight, because a lot of things have to be right. First of all, you can build muscle on your maintenance calories. Obviously you can build muscle when you're in a surplus, but you can also build muscle on a deficit. But it's just much harder, because a lot of things have to be aligned, everything has to be perfect. But what I usually recommend is for people to go on a surplus and start building their muscle there, especially if you're already lean. Yeah, eat in a surplus. Make sure, if you're trying to build muscle, at the very minimum have 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So what this means is I weigh 165 pounds. If I want to build muscle and I'm in a surplus, I at least have to get 165 grams of protein in a day, every single day. Now obviously there's been studies that show that higher protein intake is a bit better for muscle growth. So usually around a day I would eat 190 grams of protein, which is a bit above the 1 gram per pound of body weight, which is fine. I'm still making sure I hit my calories every day. Don't worry so much about carbs. If you're training hard and you're athletic, you're burning calories every day by doing cardio or lifting weights or whatever, you need your carbs. Carbs are your fuel source. That's what gives you the energy to go out and work out. So I know that we talked about how many calories you should eat depending on your goal, but now it's a point of how do I track my calories. What I personally use is called MyFitnessPal. This is an app that lets you, you can scan the barcode of things and it'll pop up and it'll show you all the macronutrients. So basically the fat, carbs, protein that it has, and how many calories per serving it has. It's a very simple to use app, very convenient. That's what I use to track everything and get in the habit of doing it. Because if you do it for a day or two and then you're gonna get lazy, and I know it gets hard because sometimes you guys cook home, you guys have some home cooked meals, right? I'm like, what the hell is in this? What is in that? Or your parents cook for you. It's hard to really count the calories that you're eating. But if you really want to change your body, for the if you want to especially gain muscle, lose weight, then you might have to go buy some groceries for you, or maybe just cook for yourself sometimes. And then if you can, also a good investment would be a scale. If you can buy a scale and weigh stuff out, that's probably the best investment I've made. Because it keeps me on track, helps me know how much of stuff I'm putting into my body, and after a while you'll get used to it and you can just eyeball stuff. You'll be pretty good at it. Okay, so now that we've talked about how calories play a role in losing and gaining weight and building muscle, I want to talk about a little bit more about exercise, how that plays a role in losing weight mostly. So I'm sure you guys have heard of calories in versus calories out. That's just a term we use that's very simple. Basically means if you want to lose weight, you want to expend more calories than you put in. So basically what that means is, if you're running cardio, you burn 200 calories on a run. That 200 calories, if you're eating already in a deficit of, let's say for me it would be 3,000 calories, I'm eating a deficit there, and I burn to 200 calories, that basically gives me room to eat a little bit more. So for those of you that have trouble that you can't really, it's hard to not eat so much, I would recommend you start doing some cardio or some weightlifting. Weightlifting is actually a really good way to burn a lot of calories. I also want to say, for anyone on the journey of losing or gaining weight, it's not going to be a linear progress. So you're not going to just keep losing weight or gaining weight just like a linear progress would. But there's going to be weeks where you won't see that much changes and you might get discouraged. But trust me, it's all part of the process. Everyone goes through it. You just have to make sure you stay consistent, stay on the right path, keep eating how you're eating. Even though you might not see results some days, and some days you might look, fuller than others, or you just might feel like it's not working, just make sure to stick with it for long enough to say, well, maybe this actually didn't work. So that would be at least a few months. And I know that might sound hard for some people, but if you really want to change your body for the better, then you have to stick with a certain program, a certain regimen for at least a few months to see some progress in your body. And trust me, if you're really dedicated to your program, you will see results quickly. So back to what I was saying about building muscle. So obviously you want to be in a bit of a surplus and get your protein in every day. But people tend to, obviously nutrition is number one, and then training I would say is number two. Obviously your training has to be on point. If you have a program that you're following, keep following it for a few months, see how it goes for you. If you don't, the worst thing you could probably do is have your nutrition on point and then not follow a good program when you're working out, because you're going to the gym and you really don't know what you're going to do that day. So if you have a certain plan in mind already, you're like, okay, I'm going to do this, 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 and that, and I'm gone. You want to be in and out. You don't want to stay in the gym for like 2-3 hours at a time, not knowing really what you're going to do. A few things that's very important for muscle building: obviously your nutrition, your training, and people tend to really forget about their recovery. So this will include like your sleeping is very important. Getting at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night is crucial. That's when your muscles are rebuilding themselves basically, because when you're working out, you're breaking down the muscle fibers, and at night when you're sleeping in that REM stage, you're building back up your muscles, so that next day you can go back into the gym and kill it. But if you're not getting enough sleep, if you're not if you're not eating enough, and if you're just not doing stuff to recover for your body, then it's gonna be hard for you to gain some muscle because you're not recovering well. Now, as for your training, when it comes to building muscle, if you're just starting the gym, I would recommend you just try a few things, see what you like, see what really gets the muscle pumped up for you. If you really can feel the contraction, you should probably stick with that exercise. And what most people fail to do is something that's called progressive overload throughout time. So what this means is probably someone that's been going to the gym for like, let's say, a month or two, and is still using the same weight, same rep scheme, same amount of sets every time they go. They're not going to progress. So basically what you want to do there is either increase the weight or increase the number of reps or sets that you're doing within each exercise. So let's say I'm doing like a shoulder press, right? If I keep doing shoulder presses with a 40-pound dumbbell for months, I'm not going to get as many results as I want. You want to progressively overload that, whether that be increase the weight, maybe to use 45 pounds, or if you don't want to increase the weight, you can still use the 40, just do a couple extra reps, maybe an extra set, and you can do that extra set with a lower weight if you would like, but just keep progressively overloading the muscle. That's what builds the muscle, especially for more intermediate to advanced people that have been working out for a little bit. That's the key. Just train hard and obviously have fun with it. So I know this is a lot of information taken at once, but I try to keep it condensed, but give you guys as much information as I could. If you still have any questions, drop them down in the comments below or DM me on Instagram. I'll be gladly to answer them and help you guys. But if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, send this to a few friends that you think will help them out in their fitness journey. And until next time, see you guys later.